I hope you're well. Today's video is a great checklist for health. So in my faith, in my denomination, we have two very popular acronyms for health. One is New Start, one is God's Plan. I prefer God's Plan because it has godly trust first, but either way, it's not it saying, oh, trusting God at the end of New Start is any less important. It's just the way the acronym's set up. But anyway, I made a little graphic here, as you can see. So God's plan, right? Can you see where it says God's plan? So this is it. Godly trust, open air, daily exercise, soothing sunshine, proper rest, lots of water, always self-controlled or temperance, and nutrition. So I should have started off with a disclaimer. I was going to say a disclaimer. I should start off with a disclaimer. I'm not a medical professional, okay? I'm not a medical professional, and I'm not a beacon of health. I'm not coming from a place of, look at you. Because at the end of the day, all of us have health issues, whether known or unknown. I'm just here to present what I have seen is a beautiful, balanced way of looking at health. And you've probably seen this acronym before, or you've seen variations of it online. But I'll just go through each one a little bit. Think about it. Godly trust, right? Think of all the stress, anxiety that we face sometimes. If we would just truly cast our cares onto the Lord and give him our burdens, our mind would be in perfect peace, which would therefore help us to not be stressing and making certain decisions out of stress or desperation, because we're moving from a place of trust and peace, and we're not being erratic or irresponsible because, oh, I need to do this, and I'm just so fretful. Think about that, right? Open air. I understand for us in the UK, it's winter. I'm not gonna lie. When winter comes, I'm wintering, okay? I'm in hibernation mode, but I have to make that conscious effort to say, no, Charla, go outside and breathe some air. Even if you don't feel like going on a walk per se, you can at least stand outside for 10 minutes and just take some deep breaths. Also for open air, your home. In the morning when you wake up, your bedroom door has probably been closed. You've been breathing in the room all night. The room's stuffy. In the morning, open up the windows. Let fresh air roam through your house. Do you see what I'm saying? Whether in the morning or the afternoon or something, but leave the windows cracked and things like that. Let the house freshen up and let that air circulate. Daily exercise. I have to thank God because this is something that he's actually helped me to start enjoying, whereas before I used to hate it. Daily exercise. A friend gave me a good piece of advice one time. She said, find an exercise that you like. The reality is I don't live near a gym, but I'm not a gym person. If I got a gym membership right now, I wouldn't be going. With the gym, I appreciate it. I think it's a perfect place for people to go and do their thing. And I used to think, oh, if I go to the gym, people will be watching me. But I've gone and I realized, no one's watching you. Everyone's actually doing their own thing, But I don't know. It's just not really my scene, being in the gym. I just prefer to do my thing at home or go for walks. My thing I love to dance, cardio, those type of things, right? For you, it might be skipping, it might be running, swimming, but find something that you love and stick with it. Because me trying to put you into my mode of exercise or you trying to put me into your mode is not going to work. We all have to start somewhere. And I would say for everybody, actually, from what I've come to understand, everybody should actually be walking more. So walk as much as possible as well, because that's a very good exercise. Soothing sunshine. I love this bit here, soothing sunshine, because even with the sun, we know that too little sun or too much sun exposure is not good. Even when I went on holiday to Jamaica last year, there were people in the water in the cool of the day. In the community, they were at the beach in the cool of the day, the cool of the morning. They weren't there like all day baking in the hottest part of the day in the sun and stuff like that, frying. So even, yes, us as black people, I know we need more melanin and stuff like that, but we still need to be aware of how much heat we're taking in. Or if that's the case where you say, Charla, that doesn't apply to me, I don't have to wear sunscreen or whatever the case is, at least make sure you're hydrating to match the amount of time that you're in the sun baking. You know what I mean? So the sunshine is beautiful. We need it for vitamin D. The best time I've read is between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. if you want to actually get vitamin D from the sun. Okay, proper rest. Oh dear. Speak to British people about proper rest, why don't you? Us who love to go to bed at 10 and 12. But yeah, no, not even 10. I can't even say 10 because 10 is pretty decent, but 12 too. I've gone to bed at some mad times before and I've had to say, Charla, you're getting older. You ain't doing this. You ain't doing this anymore. You see, when I was a teenager, you could get away with stuff like that. You see, as you get older and when you stand up, you start to hear a crick and a crack in your body. And then you realize, do you know what? Yeah, my body's letting me know we're not going to do this anymore. So get your rest. You know how much rest you need. Go to bed from 10. If you haven't finished something, just put it on to the next day. And that's something that I'm really striving to do this year, is work hard, but work smarter. You know what I mean? Work hard and smart at the same time, which means I'm not going to kill up myself to get stuff done. I know I'm going to get it done, but I don't have to do it all in one day. Prioritize and make a list. And that's a lot of the time why we don't get proper rest, because a lot of times we're disorganized, we procrastinate, we want to leave everything till the last minute. Then you have to burn yourself out and stay up late to try and meet targets, meet deadlines, and you just suffer for it. Lots of water. What has helped me in the area of water is just having like a big jar to drink for the day. So yeah, what do they say? 2 liters. Just measure your body. There's apps that you can use to see how much water you actually need every day. But I would say that most of us are dehydrated. Most of us are not drinking as much water as we should. You'd be surprised. Sometimes we have one little cup, we're like, that's me for the day, and it's really not. Always self-controlled. Temperance. There's a balance for everything. In all things, we must be balanced. In one of my videos, talking about preparing for 2023, I spoke about how me, with comfort eating and realizing, do you know what, a lot of times, as I said with water, we're actually thirsty. Sometimes you think you're hungry, but you're just thirsty. So before you go for the meal, go for the water, right? And when you have your portions, think, am I eating too much? Am I having the right amount that I need? Because sometimes we are overeating and we just think, oh, I have a big appetite. And no, you're just actually overeating and comfort eating. There's emotional issues that you haven't addressed. And the last one is nutrition. So having that balanced, healthy meal, more fruit, more greens. You can look at your plate and see, is this plate brown? Does this plate look like it came from the ground? Yeah, so you can see how your plate is going on. A lot of this information we've seen or we're not sure, but I would say if you can, print this out, because it's a nice checklist to say, when you're feeling sick, I can say, do you know what, if I'm honest, I haven't had as much water as I should, Do you know what, I'm feeling sick? Oh, actually, I know it's because I was overeating that day. And I'm not saying, obviously, do this to the neglect of going to the doctor if you need to, but it's good because you can just take more responsibility for your own health and say, do you know what, I can immediately see, yeah, I'm lacking in this area. Let me step up a bit. And then when you do, you see the difference. All right, then, ladies, I hope you have a lovely, healthy day. Our Bible verse for today, our verse of encouragement is Proverbs chapter 17, verse 22. A merry heart doeth good like a medicine, but a broken spirit drieth the bones. All right, bye.